When you're picking quickly or doing the string skipping stuff, what are your approaches to keeping unwanted string noise and muting and controlling it so that you just get the notes and none of the other noise?
Well, one thing is to play with a lot of distortion and listen. And the panic of the horrible sounds will just, make you do it naturally. That's how I did it. I mean, I just used way too much distortion, way too much volume, and I just started listening, going, "This sounds horrible. I got to do something." And my hand just sort of started, to try to control the notes. But basically, that is a huge challenge of rock guitar because when you play one note, you somehow have to not play the others. And I would say to try to do that, like play one note and hit everything to force your left hand to mute. I mean, it's pretty common to mute with this part of your right hand. But if I don't mute with the left, you still get all the strings. So it's really a matter of muting with the thumb. And all the classical guitar players watching this will now have the shock horror moment, like, no, the thumb is forbidden. But in rock guitar, you got to use the thumb to mute out that lower string, even the A string you can mute out. And with your third finger, you can use that as sort of a dual purpose thing where you play the note with one part of the finger and you mute out the string above it. You can see I'm lightly touching the A string, so it won't mute or won't sound. And then with the flat part of your hand, that controls those. So then, you can really be carefree with your right hand, and it's and it becomes a habit. Even if I'm doing when I end on that note, you can see this finger still touching the string above it, so it won't ring out. And it's not infallible. You'll find yourself in places where muting is impossible, and you end up having to mute here, or just be more careful when you pick. Or it's not an exact science. It's basically a big toolbox, and you just pull out whatever you need to make it work. But hitting it really hard is a great way to practice it.
Do you do anything with the thumb or the picking hand? Is that doing any muting at any point?
I would say there's sometimes I think about it like it almost feels like a pinch harmonic, like that same kind of technique, but you could play a scale like that. And it sounds great. Like Michael Schenker has that kind of. Very staccato. And that's happening with the thumb and the pick. The kind of the cool thing about that is if you bend and you just sort of hold your pick in one position, I'm not really moving this hand. And I'm just putting it in a pinch harmonic position, and I automatically get pick muting and two different notes. That's a really nice sound.